Most definitely. One big thing that comes to my mind is that when you are in a relationship and kids are involved, one big thing is you're just like how being a parent is a full-time job. Teaching is also a full-time job when it comes to teaching your kids, because the thing is, a lot of people may or may not think about it, but just because you're not, you might not be directly teaching them how to read or write or answering their questions. You're teaching them when you're not talking to them. It's just they're learning nonverbal things. The image that you present when you're around them, anytime you're within eyesight of your children, you're teaching them. The way that you move is teaching them. The things that you do is teaching them. And when they get older, that's it's almost like a blueprint that they take. And when they get into the world and they get older and get out of the house, part of what they go off of is what you teach them, whether it's directly or indirectly. And it's a definitely it's the context isn't all the way there. But as far as the teaching goes, sometimes you want to show them, I'd say overall, the most important thing when it comes to the kids is to show them the best, as positive as an image as possible. And unfortunately, whether that be inside the home or outside the home, it could be a situation where you do decide to separate and you guys are living in different homes. But at the same time, just because you might not be in the house, you might not see him every day. When you do see him, you can still put on a positive attitude. You can put a smile on your face. So they'll see a positive image, and it teaches them that, okay, well, maybe, two-parent households, even though they may have started off in a two-parent household and they're no longer in that situation, it's not as bad as it comes off, because the way that I'd say the nonverbal teaching is just important as the direct teaching. And if you can just show them as positive as an image of an image as possible, and be genuine about it, because they definitely can tell when something's genuine and something's not, then that'll give them a positive image and a realistic view on life and relationships. Because a lot of times when I hear people who are older, I get mixed feedback, and they say, well, I grew up in a two-parent household, and I can't wait to get married, or I can't wait to get in a relationship because, we always had fun. We did things. Mom and dad, they were always smiling. They barely argued. And then I talk to other people, and it's like, I have no interest in doing any of the sort. I'm just out here, being a bachelor, living my life, whatever the case may be, because at the same time, it might not be a situation where they separated. It could be a situation where, somebody was suffering, or both parties were suffering, and they decided to stay for the sake of the kids. And they thought that they were doing the right thing, which in theory is definitely understandable. It's just, even though you intended to do the right thing, it gave off the wrong image. And if you all were, always fighting or in a bad mood or whatever the case, then it's like, man, shoot, I couldn't wait until I started driving just so I wouldn't be around the energy. And, it's definitely one of those tricky situations. And I definitely agree with Steve that context is needed, because you never know. There's, just like anything, there's sometimes a reason to leave is justified, and sometimes it's not. Because like Steve said earlier, considering leaving over something that's simple, it could be something simple as communication, something that a couple of counseling sessions can fix. Then, don't throw away an entire don't throw away an entire cake just because you're missing a piece of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something to think about and consider. And like Steve said earlier, what are the circumstances behind it? And you definitely want to have the conversation because your partner could be feeling the same thing, and you two are just silent about it, and you're walking on eggshells with each other, and it's not getting anywhere. It's like ignoring a spark, a bad spark, and that it's there, but you just ignore it, and the next thing you know, time goes by, emotions build over, and then by the time you even think about it, the whole house is on fire.
Yeah.
Or
that's a really good point.
So,
well, you also keep in mind, however, if you stay only for the sake of the kids, until that last kid is out, you will be there living in resentment.
Yes.
You're gonna resent that person that you're staying with. You're going to get angry at yourself for staying, feeling as if you've wasted all of this time, all for the sake of staying because of the kids.